Hello children, today we are going to start a new chapter from the supplementary reading Suvarna Siddhi and Chakradhara. So which is written by Vishnu Sharma. Okay, Suvarna Siddhi and Chakradhara written by Vishnu Sharma. Who is Vishnu Sharma? Vishnu Sharma was an Indian scholar and author who is believed to have written the Panchatantra fables. Okay, fables means stories, imaginative stories, okay, with animals as characters. You might have seen in television, right? So, Vishnu Sharma had written Panchatantra fables. Okay, Panchatantra means what? Panchatantra is an ancient collection of animal fables in verse and prose. The original Sanskrit work, which some scholars believe was composed in the 3rd century BC, is attributed to Vishnu Sharma. So, this Vishnu Sharma had written Panchatantra fables, okay, Panchatantra stories, imaginative stories. Okay, so when we were small, Panchatantra used to get broadcasted in television and we used to enjoy watching it. So, let's find out this story, Suvarna Siddhi and Chakradhara. What is that story about? Okay, it is very interesting. You will enjoy the story, but it is not the real story. Okay, it is an imaginative one. So let's read out. Suvarna Siddhi told this story to his friend Chakradhara. So, Suvarna Siddhi and Chakradhara were two friends. Okay, so who told story to whom? Suvarna Siddhi told one story to Chakradhara. So what was that story? Let's find out. A big strange bird, Berunda, lived on the banks of a lake called Sangama. He had 2 heads and single body. So there was a very strange bird. Okay, that lived on the banks of which lake? The name of the lake is Sangama. And what was the name of the bird? It is Berunda. Okay, and it had 2 heads and single body. So that is why it is called strange. Strange means it is not a normal bird. It is not an ordinary bird. It was very strange because it was having 2 heads and a single body. Just imagine one bird having 2 heads and one body. Okay, so that's why it has been termed as strange. Okay, see, strange means out of ordinary. And fables, okay, fables, Panchatantra fables, imaginative stories usually with animals as characters. Okay, strange means out of ordinary, not ordinary. One day, as he was wandering on the banks of the lake, he found a fruit which was delicious as ambrosia. Okay, so one day as it was wandering, it was moving here and there. Wandering means what? Moving simply. Okay, wander. Move about aimlessly or without any destination. Move about aimlessly or without any destination. Moving simply. Okay, as it was moving simply, what it found? It found a very delicious fruit. Okay, so it was very delicious. Delicious means what? Very tasty. It was very beautiful and it was very delicious. Okay, delicious means very tasty. And it was looking as ambrosia. Ambrosia means what? Amrita. Okay, so it was very beautiful and tasty as ambrosia. One of his heads mumbled, "Oh, what a fruit! I am sure the heavens have sent it for me. I am so lucky." So, one of his heads, so Berunda had 2 heads, right? So one of his heads mumbled that. Mumble means what? To speak in a low voice. Okay, see, mumble means talk in an unclear manner, usually in a low voice, speaking in a low voice. So one of his heads what? Mumbled. So it is very tasty fruit. I think it is sent to me from heaven. Okay, God has sent me such a beautiful fruit and he feels very lucky to get it. Hearing this, the second head said, Oh, brother, let me also taste the fruit you are praising so much. So, immediately, what the second head told, second head is also asking, let me also taste that delicious fruit. Okay, the first head laughed and said, both of us have the same stomach. It makes no difference whether I eat or you eat it. I shall give it to our beloved. She will be very happy. So, what did the first head told? First head is telling that I have already tasted that fruit. Okay, see, we are having same stomach, right? We are having two heads and a single body. We are having same stomach. So whatever food I take or whatever fruit I eat, you will also eat it. It makes no difference whether I eat or you eat. It is same. It makes no difference. I will not give you the fruit. I will give this fruit to my beloved. Okay, beloved. Beloved. Underline these words. Okay, underline those new words. Okay. Beloved means someone who is loved dearly. Someone who is loved dearly. Here, beloved means wife. Okay, Berunda is having wife too. So, he wanted to give that fruit to his wife because she will be very happy to eat that fruit. Berunda thus gave the fruit to his wife Tatilatha. So, what is her name? Her name is Tatilatha. The second head was disappointed at what the first head did. He was waiting for a chance to take revenge. See, what happened later? The second head was disappointed. It was sad because he couldn't taste the fruit. See, what a bad heart. Just for not eating such a small fruit, it got anger and wanted to take revenge now. Okay, revenge against first head. They have one body and two heads, but still they don't have love towards each other. Okay, so revenge. What is revenge? You know, right? Revenge means action taken in return for an injury or offense. Okay, action taken in return for an injury or offense. So, how it took revenge? One day, the second head found a poisonous fruit and told the first head, you treacherous fellow, for what you have done to me, I will eat this poisonous fruit and avenge your insult. See, what happened? One day, the second head, that second head who wanted to take revenge, he found one poisonous fruit. Okay, poison, toxic fruit, and wanted to eat that in order to take revenge on the first one. So the second head told to the first head that you treacherous fellow, you cheat fellow. Okay, treacherous, underline treacherous. Treacherous means cheat or dangerous. Okay, cheat or dangerous. You cheat fellow, I will eat this poisonous fruit because what you have done to me, and I will avenge your insult. I will take revenge on you. Okay, avenge means to take revenge. Okay, avenge, to take revenge. So, I will take revenge for what you have done to me earlier. Okay, the first had said, you fool, if you eat that, both of us will die. Right, the first head was intelligent. Okay, see, if we, as the body is same, if the second head eats that poisonous fruit, both of them will die. So that second head couldn't understand such a simple logic. So first head is smart, so he is thinking about that. Okay, so the first head calls the second head as fool, foolish. Okay, ignoring the first head's warning, the second head ate the poisonous fruit and both of them died. See, though first head advised not to eat that fruit, okay, by giving warning that both of us will die, ignoring the warning of first head, second head ate that poisonous fruit and both of them died. So Whenever warning comes, we have to be alert, we have to take it seriously. Okay. After listening to the story, Chakradhara said, "Friend, what you say is true. You can go home, but don't go alone." So, who said that story? This story about Berunda. So, it is Suvarna Siddhi who told this story about Berunda, and listening that story, Chakradhara said that whatever you told is completely true, but while going home, don't go alone. Okay, so why he said like that? Why he said that don't go alone? Suvarna Siddhi asked Chakradhara, "Why should I not go alone? Why should you not?" I will tell you a story. Okay, so now Chakradhara begins to tell a story. Okay, do you know how a boy survived because he heeded his mother's advice and took a crab as his traveling companion, said Chakradhara. Okay, see. So, Chakradhara told one story about a boy who heeded. Okay, heeded. See, in previous page there is heeded. Heeded means to listen. Okay, to listen or to pay attention, to follow. Heed, to pay attention or to listen. So that boy, listening his mother's advice, he took a crab as a traveling companion. Companion means what? Friend. Okay, companion means friend. So he took crab as a traveling partner so as to not to go alone, said Chakradhara. How was that? Asked Suvarna Siddhi, perplexed. So Suvarna Siddhi was puzzled because boy took one crab as the traveling partner, right? So he was puzzled and he wanted to know that story. Perplexed. Okay, perplexed means puzzled and companion means friend. Okay, perplexed means puzzled. Thus Chakradhara narrated the story. So Chakradhara started telling this story. Brahmadatta lived in a city called Varanavarta with his old mother. One day, when he was planning to travel to another village, his mother told him not to travel alone, but take someone along with him. So, it is one boy whose name is Brahmadatta. So, where did he live? He lived in Varanavarta. Okay, with whom? With his old mother. So, one day he wanted to go to some another place, but his mother had given advice that not to travel alone, take someone with you. Okay, the boy said that the way to the village was safe and he was leaving on an urgent business. So why he was traveling to another place? So for some urgent business. And Brahmadatta told that the village was good, it is very safe. Okay, I can travel alone. He asked her not to be afraid for him. So he said that I can travel alone without any companion, without any friend. So he told to his mother that don't worry, I can travel alone. Knowing that he was determined to go, the mother went to the well in the backyard and took out a crab and asked her son to keep the crab with him during the travel. Okay, coming to know that mother came to know that her son was determined. Underline determined. Determined means he had taken his decision strongly. Okay, determined, strongly motivated to succeed, decided firmly. He had decided firmly that he will travel alone. So what did she do? She immediately went to the backyard. Backyard means what? Backyard means the garden at the back of a house. Backyard means the gardens at the back of a house. She went to the backyard. So from the well she took one crab. Okay, and told that boy Brahmadatta to take that crab along with him. Okay, so what happened? The boy then put the crab into a camphor box, took the box in a vessel, and set out on his journey. Okay, so what happened? That boy put that crab in the camphor box. Camphor, you know, right? Karpura. Okay, so it is having very good smell. So he took that camphor box which was having that crab. Okay, he put that crab into that camphor box and started his journey from there. That being summer, the day was very hot, and the boy halted and took rest under a big tree. So that was summer time, it was very hot climate. So what did the boy do? He halted, he stopped there. Halt means what? To stop or to take rest. Halted, to stop or to take rest. Okay, so the boy stopped there and he took rest under a big tree. From the hollow of the tree, a snake emerged and, attracted by the fragrance of camphor, swallowed the box containing the crab. So what happened? As he rested under a tree, suddenly a snake emerged from the hollow of a tree. Hollow. Okay, from where did the snake emerged? Emerge means to come. Okay, to come out. Emerge means come out into view from hiding. Okay, come out into view from hiding. So that snake suddenly came out, and from where did it come? From the hollow of the tree. So trees will be having some cavities, right? Some holes in it, some space. So from that hole, the snake came out, being attracted by the smell of the fragrance of the camphor. Okay, fragrance. Fragrance means what? Smell, good smell. And it swallowed that box. Okay, it swallowed that box which was having that crab. The crab came out of the box and killed the snake. The boy woke up to find the dead snake and the open camphor box. When he saw the crab alive beside the open camphor box, he at once realized what had happened. So, that boy, Brahmadatta, as he woke up, what did he find? He saw the snake was lying there dead, and camphor box was also open. He could understand the incident. Okay, so he could understand that crab had bite that snake. Crab had bitten that snake. So he remembered his mother's words and thought that he did well by heeding her advice that saved him from death. So if crab was not there, he could understand that if crab was not there, then what would have happened? That snake might have bitten that boy. Because he followed his mother's advice, he was saved. He saved his life from the snake. So we need to follow the advice given by our parents or teachers. Okay, so this is the story told by Chakradhara. So why did he tell that story? Because he was suggesting to Suvarna Siddhi that while traveling somewhere, we shouldn't go alone. We should go with one companion, with one friend. Okay, who knows what happens at what time? So that was an advice of Chakradhara. Chakradhara concluded his story telling Suvarna Siddhi how important it is always to have a companion. He then agreed to Suvarna Siddhi taking leave of him. Okay, so Suvarna Siddhi at first told the story about that bird, Berunda, and then Chakradhara concluded the story of the boy that when you are traveling somewhere, you shouldn't go alone, you should go with the companion. So this is about the story Suvarna Siddhi and Chakradhara. So in this lesson you are having two stories, right? So one is about that bird, that strange bird Berunda, and other is about that boy Brahmadatta. So hope you have understood this lesson. So once again go through it and also go through the meanings of the lesson and try to answer the questions. Thank you.